Chris Rock is back targeting Will Smith, and this time it goes far beyond a simple joke. Just when it seemed like the Oscars slap controversy had finally faded, leaked footage connected to Jada Pinkett Smith has completely changed the narrative. Now, Will Smith is being mocked in a way that is spreading rapidly online. This situation has people questioning everything they thought they understood about their marriage. Jada appears to be moving forward independently. Reports from insiders claim she has been engaging with other men, and somehow, it all circles back to Will appearing uncomfortable in his own story, while one person seems to be enjoying it the most. Chris Rock. Yes, he did not let it go. Not after 4 years, not after that moment on stage. And the way he is reacting now feels messy, somewhat petty, and it only makes Will's situation look more difficult. But this situation did not happen suddenly. The signs were always there, the interviews, the separate living arrangements, and the moments where Will seemed uneasy, while Jada continued speaking openly. Now everything is resurfacing at once. People are starting to connect details they once ignored, and the leaked footage is only intensifying the situation. So what exactly did Chris say? And why does this feel like a major turning point for Will's public image? It has been 4 years since Will Smith struck Chris Rock at the Oscars, but it is clear that Chris still carries resentment. The way he is now mocking Will regarding Jada's rumored relationships is drawing a lot of attention. It began when Jada gave an interview and was asked whether she would allow Will to move back in. Based on her response, it did not seem likely that Will would be returning anytime soon.
Y'all living together?
It's just this beautiful connection. We will.
Look at that.
Not right now.
But you will.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Why do you say that with such
Clarity.
Because that's what it's gonna be.
That's where it's headed.
Yeah.
And you both are on that page.
Yeah, and but right now I really do enjoy my space.
Yeah.
I've been living
alone.
I am my mother's only child.
Yeah.
Right? And so having this time that I've had to myself has been fantastic. Just to get to know me, even to have my house exactly how I want it. I don't have to be like, well, what color do you want this wall? You know what I mean? I can just do it.
You're the chooser.
I'm the chooser.
You're the chooser.
Right.
So when you imagine your life back together, because I'm sure you've seen it, how does that look to you?
We don't know yet.
You'll build that.
We'll build that, and it'll be something new.
Now, Jada Pinkett Smith presented it as though she and Will were working on their relationship. But according to sources, that may not be accurate. Reports suggest that she has no intention of allowing Will to move back in, and that she has been involved with other men, allegedly more than one. And if that was not enough, the situation becomes even more controversial. There are claims that she has been recording private content, and one such video reportedly surfaced online. The internet has been reacting strongly, with many directing criticism toward Will, while Chris Rock appears to be reacting with even more intensity. His frustration with Will remains, especially after the Oscars incident. Now, Will previously issued a public apology stating, "Violence in all of its forms is harmful and unacceptable. My actions at the Academy Awards were wrong." While jokes come with the profession, the comment about Jada's medical condition affected me deeply, and I responded emotionally. "I want to apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line, and I regret my behavior. I am embarrassed. And this does not reflect the person I aim to be. There is no place for violence in a world built on respect and understanding." However, based on Chris's current reactions, it seems that apology was not accepted. What makes this situation even more difficult for Will is that he has never publicly spoken negatively about Jada or their relationship. In fact, much of what the public knows about their marriage has come directly from Jada. Many were unaware that they had been living separately until she shared that information while promoting her book.
I actually had to reread it because I said, is this true?
Right.
Was that in 2016, you and Will decided that you were going to live completely separate lives. It was not a divorce on paper,
Right.
but it was a divorce. So from the year 2016, which is 7 years ago now,
Yes.
y'all have been apart.
Yeah.
She also explained that the delay in publicly addressing their separation was due to them trying to understand how to move forward peacefully. When asked why they waited so long, she said they were not ready and were still figuring out how to maintain a partnership and present it publicly. She emphasized that they had not fully defined that dynamic yet. She also mentioned that despite living separately, they had no immediate plans for divorce. According to her, they had made a promise to each other to avoid divorce regardless of the circumstances. That revelation was a turning point for many observers. People had long speculated that Jada may not have been fully invested in the relationship, but it was unclear why they had not separated officially. Now, it appears that she may not have wanted to initiate a divorce herself, which could explain ongoing rumors suggesting she was creating distance in other ways. As a result, some are not surprised by the recent allegations about her personal life. It is also worth noting that she previously shared that she never initially wanted to marry Will, and that her mother strongly encouraged the marriage.
I really didn't want to get married, but
We only got married because Gammy was crying.
I was under so much pressure, being a young actress, being young, and I was just like pregnant. And I was just like, I didn't know what to do. But I just knew, I was like, I never wanted to be married.
Oh, and we cannot ignore the entire entanglement situation involving August Alsina, because that was the moment many believed things truly started to break down in their marriage.
Have that.
Yeah, we broke up.
And then what did you do, Jada?
Well, I think from there, as time went on, I got into a different kind of entanglement with August.
There was also the situation where Will Smith spoke about going all out for Jada Pinkett Smith's 40th birthday. He did not put something simple together. He spent years organizing a large and elaborate celebration because he believed it would lift her mood during what he saw as a midlife phase. Instead of appreciating the effort, Jada rejected it completely. She said it felt more like something Will did for himself, as if it was feeding his ego rather than truly being about her.
The day after her 37th birthday, I hired a team to orchestrate her 40th birthday. I hired a documentary team. I traced Mommy's family roots. Her 40th birthday was going to be my thing.
It was going to be a splash.
It was going to be a splash. Mary J. Blige performed. I debuted the film, all of that. It was going to be the thing that lifted her out of this midlife crisis, and it was going to be my deepest, most beautiful proclamation of love. And she's told me that the party was the most ridiculous display of my ego.
Ooh.
Crushed. Right? And to this day, I know I was crushed because it was true.
But there is another layer to this. Sources have claimed that Jada was already allegedly involved with someone else during that period. The suggestion is that she was already unhappy in the marriage, which may explain why she did not value Will's efforts. There was also a moment where she openly discussed their private life, implying dissatisfaction. To clarify, she later stated that she needed to communicate better, saying, "Only because I have time today. Stop creating false headlines." Watch the Red Table Talk I did with Gwyneth Paltrow. Will and I have never had issues in that area. Thank you. Still, over time, the situation began to reflect poorly on Will. Many people felt that Jada was putting him in uncomfortable situations intentionally. It was not only what she said publicly, but also how she handled things privately. There were moments when she recorded him even when he clearly did not want to be on camera. His expressions showed discomfort and irritation, yet she continued filming. At times, she would also make remarks that came across as dismissive.
Esther Perel is coming to the table. She's going to be at the red table. Would you say she has been instrumental in you and I redefining our relationship?
I would say don't just start filming me without asking me
Oh my goodness.
if you could film me.
Esther, come help us again, please. I'm still dealing with foolishness.
Because she don't just...
Would you say that she helped us heal the hurts that we caused between one another?
My social media presence is my bread and butter, okay?
And there is more. Reports suggest that not only was she allegedly involved with others, but she also never fully moved on from her connection with Tupac Shakur. It becomes more complicated considering how often that connection was brought up. Some even pointed to the letter Willow Smith wrote at a young age, expressing a wish for Tupac to return. While she was only 11 at the time, many believe it reflected what she observed within her household. This added another layer to the situation. To understand why this affected Will deeply, it is important to remember that he has openly admitted feeling insecure about Jada's past with Tupac. Their bond was strong, and even years later, it made Will question his place in her life. When that letter resurfaced, it seemed to reopen old emotions and made the situation even more complex.
Were you ever jealous of the love Jada had for Tupac?
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh my God, that dude. And you know, and that was in the early days. But she just loved him like he was the image of perfection. But she was with the Fresh Prince, you know. So it was like I never could, like, even we were in a room together a couple times. I couldn't speak to him, you know.
On top of everything, when Will Smith slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars, some footage later showed Jada Pinkett Smith reacting in a way that sparked further debate.
Here is an angle most people have not seen. Look at Jada's reaction.
Wow, dude. It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth!
I'm going to.
Naturally, Jada faced criticism, and many fans reacted strongly because Will had risked his reputation at that moment. Despite that, Will continued to defend her. He stated that his actions were his own decision and not influenced by Jada.
No. All of us.
And during that time, Jada posted a message saying, "This is a season for healing, and I am here for it." That statement did not ease public reaction, so it raises the question, should anyone be surprised that things reached this stage, where they are now living separate lives and facing ongoing rumors? It has been building for a long time, though that does not make it any less difficult for Will. At the same time, it is also fair to note that Will was not entirely without controversy. There have been claims about his own personal life as well. However, unlike Jada, he kept things more private. Allegations also surfaced involving his former assistant and claims connected to Dwayne Martin.
Hollywood is the hurry up and wait game. So 3 minutes later, after them telling me, "Hey, you got eyes on Will, we need him to come watch this." So I'm running all over the studio. He's not in his dressing room. I go to the cafeteria. I'm like, well, but I see his car there. I'm like, where's this guy at? So now I'm holding Dwayne down too, so I have the keys to his dressing room. So I'm like, yo, and they're calling I'm on walkie-talkie and they're calling my cell phone. Yo, we need to get Will here. I'm like, yo, kind of fuck down. Like, I'm trying to find this. Like, this is unlike him, right? So, all right, I open the door to Dwayne's dressing room, and that's when I see Dwayne and having anal sex with Will.
Let me process that for a second.
There was a couch, and Will was bent over on the couch, and Dwayne was standing up, killing him. Murder. It was murder in there.
From what has been shared, Jada reportedly supported Will and kept certain matters private for years. For example, Alexis Arquette once claimed that Will's first marriage to Cherie Zampino ended under controversial circumstances. Despite such claims, Jada publicly stood by Will. When brother Bilal made accusations, Jada immediately defended Will and even stated she would take legal action.
We gotta go. Traffic.
Oh, we got it. Oh, we're black. I'm sorry.
What do you say about the allegations? There's like, like so many rumors. Anything you want to say?
We suing.
I know that's right.
They were already separated at that point, yet Jada still supported him publicly. Overall, their situation appears very complicated. However, that does not change how difficult it looks for Will, especially now that Chris Rock is openly commenting on it again. At this stage, it is no longer about a single incident. It is everything happening together, the Oscars moment, the interviews, the separation, the rumors, and now the leaked situation, all affecting Will Smith at once. No matter how it is viewed, he stood firmly by Jada Pinkett Smith in public, defended her, protected their image, faced criticism, and still ended up being the focus of public ridicule. And with Chris Rock returning to comment on it, it has brought everything back into the spotlight. But the real question remains, was this always the direction things were heading, or did something behind the scenes push everything beyond its limit?